Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry for how white I am. I like to get that out of the way early. I know as like a white guy, you're like supposed to throw off like a Tom Hanks type of vibe, right? It's like a chill. Everyone loves Tom Hanks, right? I throw off more like an active shooter type of vibe. You know, it's a little different. I look like I have no friends and I love guns. This guy's like, yep. No, it's tough because like anytime there's any kind of like race-related crime on the news and they put the guy's mugshot up, it's always just a picture of me, right? And if there's more than one, it's just a bunch of pictures of me with like different varying beard lengths to determine the hierarchy of racism, right? It's rough. Every time I hear 3 white men escaped in a pickup truck, I have to start corroborating my story with everyone. Like I was here with you guys all night, okay? All night. You guys saw me, right? I look like I rolled down my window and screamed a racial slur out my window on the way over here. I didn't, which is probably what a racist would say, but don't. I'm not. I have a black... never mind. Never mind. It is also rough because I have a very aggressively white name to go with this aggressively white face, right? My name is Hans. Not a name that inspires a lot of diversity. At all, right? It's like, and like a classic villain name, right? Any kind of movie that you see... Hans is the villain, right? Die Hard villain, Hans, right? Frozen villain, Hans, right? And if it's a World War II movie, you know who Hans is fighting for, okay? And Hans is never just a Nazi in those movies, right? He's the Nazi, the one they go back for at the end. They're like, we can't let Hans live through any of this, right? It does have a few advantages, though. I've screamed, go back to your country in 3 different productions. Thank you very much. I was a background actor in one movie, and everybody was just background actor. I was the one character with a description. It said, look racist. Done. And they came up to me, they're like, do you feel comfortable with this? And I'm like, lady, I've been looking racist my entire life, okay? I can handle this, right? Hollywood will humble you, though. It really will. I had big dreams to be an actor, to be an action star. I wanted to be James Bond. That was my dream. But then you get to Hollywood, and you realize, well, people need to play bloated corpses on TV, too. And I can stay fat for hours, okay? For hours, right? I feel like I have a lot of range, too. Like, I could be the professor who inspires, like, the inner city kids to get over their childhood trauma. I could also be the professor that causes a lot of that childhood trauma. You know what I mean? I've been killing it at plumber auditions recently. Just absolutely nailing every single one. I don't know if any of you are in the industry, but if you get a plumber audition, just don't go. Because... I'm knocking it down. I don't want to say I'm the Al Pacino of plumbers, but hooah, okay? But it is kind of strange though, because my first TV role that I ever got, I was on an episode of CSI, and I played suspected child molester number 3. Thank you. And I'll do my whole part for you guys because it really doesn't take very long. Okay, so it's the classic like lineup scene where they're like, which one touched you, right? So here it is, right? Like, number 3, step forward. That's it. Okay, that's done. Network television debut. Thank you. And I was so proud of myself. Like, I was driving home, I was like, Mom, I made it. I did it, right? And then you start to think about it a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, they didn't hire me for my acting ability whatsoever. Right, like the simple thing that happened was my headshot came across some guy's desk and he was like, oh my God. Guys, real quick. Does this guy look like he touches kids? Totally, like we wouldn't even have to dress him up as a priest or anything, right? Just raw, right? Totally, get him down here. We'll give him $50. It's down here in 10 minutes, all right? It does have its disadvantages, though. I will say I don't know if any of you had COVID, but I had every single COVID variant. Delta, Omicron, OG COVID, whatever it was, I inhaled it all. Okay, I don't know why. Every single variant I got. And the first time I ever got it, it was I got it at a New Year's party in 2021. We're like, oh, we're just gonna go to a small gathering and be safe. Like I was unmasked, hammered, I was kissing everybody. I didn't care. And so I get COVID, right? And so I'm quarantined at home back when it was like 68 days that you had to be at home. And I'm really sick. And I've been like asleep all day. And this just so happens to be January 6th, 2021. And no one has seen or heard from me in like a week. Okay? And so I'm passed out all day and I wake up in like a weird panic, right? And I'm like, something is wrong, right? And I have like all these texts. I'm like, where are you? What are you doing? I can't believe you do this. You're a traitor to your country. And I was like, what's going on? And I have a bad fever. I'm like sweating, and I turn on the news, and I just see all these people that look exactly like me, just like storming the Capitol. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, like, am I Tyler Durden? Like, did I Fight Club this whole thing? Like, this is crazy. And I had a like message from my mom, and I was like super worried that she was going to be really disappointed, and she just wanted to know where my dad was. He was probably there. So it's fine. He's dead. It's dead. No.